Once upon a time, in a kingdom, there lived a king and two princesses named Rosie and Dolly. Rosie is older, motherless at a young age. She lived with her stepmother and her younger sister, Dolly. While Dolly was a beautiful girl and pampered since childhood, Rosie was an ugly girl, so she was often estranged.
Mom, look, she can talk with the birds. Why do you care? Don't even try to imitate her. I don't want you to be like that.
Unfortunately, not only the queen, but Princess Dolly also hated Princess Rosie. The maids were cold as well, and didn't even want to be around an ugly person like her. The maids only cared about flattering the queen and Princess Dolly in order to please them.
Hello, beautiful queen, beautiful Princess Dolly.
Speaking of the king, he sometimes hesitated to introduce his daughter Rosie whenever there was a messenger or guest from far away to visit.
Mom, she makes this place look like a nursery. It really doesn't make any sense. Let me think. How to get her out of here?
In fact, Princess Rosie is a girl who loves animals very much. She often collected leftovers to feed the birds and squirrels.
Princess Rosie is quite a glutton. Does she have a bottomless belly or something? That is how she got such a massive body.
One day, the king sent people to prepare a rare fruit of his kingdom as a gift for the neighboring country. It was mangosteen. The whole kingdom at that time only had one tree planted here. Attention! Choose the 5 biggest and most delicious fruits. This gift of friendship is very important. Did I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Indeed, Dolly was really into mangosteen. However, there is only one tree, so she could only dream about it. During the preparation process, Princess Dolly somehow planned to eat some. She just tended to eat just a little bit of the mangosteen, then left a messy dish due to their sweetness. Suddenly, the queen appeared. She's surprised seeing Princess Dolly with the peels.
Hey, do you know these are friendship gift? But it's so delicious, Mom. All right, let me think.
When the dish was delivered to the king for inspection, he discovered that only empty peels remained.
Huh?
This is an insult to me! Who did this?
This can only be Rosie. I just saw her went into the kitchen. True. I saw her in the kitchen too. I didn't do it. I just took some breads. I'm innocent. Princess Rosie could have eaten them. She would have eaten them all day. You still refuses. We all here could see. Unexpected that you are so ugly, not only appearance, but also your soul. You are not worthy to live with elegant people here.
Rosie, from now on, you are no more princess. I cannot accept this. Get out of here, now! Rosie deeply fell into despair when she heard those hurtful words. After being taken out of the palace, Rosie walked along the main road. The girls suddenly met a colony of ants.
Hey, little ants, what's going on? It's about to rain, but our nest just collapsed. We don't know how to withstand the oncoming rain.
Rosie relented and helped the ants to build a new nest before the rain came.
Thank you, girl. You are so kind. We have gathered these beautiful things for you. Please take them. Oh, I didn't help you for these. Please keep them. Your journey is still long. They will definitely help you. Anyway, it's no use for us. If you say so. Thank you.
It was raining cats and dogs, but then the dark clouds quickly retreated. When the rain stopped, the girl continued walking and arrived in a small village. This place seems to have just experienced a crop failure. The whole village is hungry.
There is a serious shortage of food. I need to sell valuable things to buy food to help them.
Thanks to a part of the money earned from selling jewelry, Rosie could buy food for the needy, helped these people to increase production capacity and improve their crops. Gradually, the poor village became wealthier and people became happy. Since then, many people have known her for kindness. They really liked her and agreed to contribute to build a house as a gift to Rosie.
To thank Rosie for helping our village over the past few days, we have contributed to build a house for you. Please accept our heart.
Speaking of the king, just a few days after he sent his daughter away, he discovered that he had made a hasty and thoughtless decision.
Your Majesty, that day I myself saw the person touching the fruits. It was not Princess Rosie, it was Princess Dolly. The Queen was also present at that time, and she covered for Princess Dolly.
The chef secretly told the story that he saw Princess Dolly and the Queen deliberately plotting to harm Princess Rosie.
Why didn't you say then? Do you dare to take responsibility for what you just said?
Your Majesty, I was too scared to speak the truth, but my tormented conscience did not allow me to hide the truth anymore.
Bring me the Queen and Princess Dolly.
Faced with the king's wrath, Princess Dolly was mentally weak and scared, so she blurted out the confession.
It's me. I ate all of them.
Do you know what crime you have committed? Not only causing crimes, but also cheating and having dark plans for my own loved ones. Will it be my turn after this? Guards, bring the Queen and Princess Dolly to the prison, waiting for sentence.
But...
The king regretted. He many times sent people to find his daughter, but failed. He became more and more depressed. One day, the king himself went on a pilgrimage to find his daughter. He and his servant passed by a small village, but what hit their eyes was no longer a small village like before. It has grown to a town with many spacious and cozy houses.
How weird. I didn't remember this wealthy village. Someone hurry up and ask what miracle happened to this place.
It's lucky for us when that kind girl always helps others, taking their smiles as her happiness. If a girl like that could rule this land, then our country could rise.
The king, after listening to his servant narrating the story, he thought sadly. He reached a very ordinary house, which stood in the middle of other beautiful houses. The place everyone pointed him to, Rosie's house. The king knocked on the door, dazed and surprised when Rosie appeared. She recognized her father, excitedly rushed over to give him a hug. After a night of confiding with his daughter, the king made a decision to reinstate Princess Rosie.
Father, you look tired. How are you lately?
Rosie, I've decided. I want to bring you back to be a princess again. You will come back with me, won't you?
Oh, yes, Father.
Facing declining health, the king prepared a will to promote Rosie to the queen in his place.
Yes.
He recognized the mistake and knew the right way so that he could make his kingdom walk on the glorious path.
Rosie, I have acknowledged my mistake. The Queen and Dolly were the ones who committed the crime and were held in prison. They had evil plans and accused you for what you didn't do. I want you to be the one to decide their punishment.
I think things have already happened. Thanks to that, I have learned many things and helped many people, so I forgive them.
Since then, Princess Dolly and the Queen have been freed. However, the two are now no longer queens and princess and had to move out of the palace. Who knew the story didn't want to live with such wicked crooks. They not only despised the wicked, but also gathered to throw eggs, tomatoes.
What are you doing? Oh!
The mother and daughter could not stand this shame, so they left right in the midnight without saying goodbye. After the king's death, the gratitude that the people had for Rosie made her the head of the kingdom without any difficulty. Queen Rosie ruled the kingdom in peace and abundance.
Long live the queen! Once upon a time in a kingdom, there were two brothers living in two adjacent houses. The elder one, named Ryan, was a wealthy man. He lived with his wife named Claire in a beautiful and luxurious house. The younger brother, named Matteo, lived miserably next door in a ramshackle wooden house. No matter how hard he worked, he could just earn enough to live by. Ryan was really selfish. He hardly cared about his brother. Every time Matteo asked for his help, he would grunt and show his irritation.
Ryan, there's a big hole on my roof, but I don't have enough money to fix it. Could you guys help me, please?
You came here asking for money again, huh? I wonder when you could get better. Here, take it.
Opposite to his brother, Matteo was so kind and helpful. Whenever Ryan asked for his help, he would agree without hesitation. For that, Claire always felt shy when she met Matteo. She asked her husband to care more about his younger brother, but Ryan hardly ever did that.
Stop saying about him. It's his life. He has to do everything on his own.
Distant to his younger brother, but Ryan was very close with his two best friends, Jax and Lucas. They often had parties and gambled together. To prove himself, Ryan often showed that he was a generous man. The more he was stingy with his brother, the more money he spent with his friends. The two tricky friends discussed to each other.
We're so lucky to be the friend of this wealthy guy.
We will be really foolish if we don't take advantage of him.
Claire saw something unpleasant in Jax and Lucas. She advised Ryan to stop hanging out with them. You should stay away from those bad guys. They're just like passers-by. They would only come to you when you have money, honey. If you don't, they will surely stay away from you.
They're all my good and kind friends. Don't misunderstand and say those words to separate us.
At that time, the ruler of the kingdom was a powerful monarch. He owned a precious gold-shimmering deer that he treasured and pampered a lot.
My golden deer, you are the most beautiful creature in this world.
One day, the king was wandering around with the deer in the huge garden behind the palace. Suddenly, he felt tired, for he had been working continuously those days. Then, he fell asleep. The deer released itself from the rope. He passed the fence and went into the jungle. When he woke up, he was startled that his precious deer went away.
My golden deer! Where is my golden deer? This is the order from the king. If anyone can find the golden deer, will be rewarded. But if anyone dares to hurt it, will be punished by all means.
The news quickly spread throughout the kingdom. Everyone in Ryan's village was talking about that. No one knew about the king's golden deer. Ryan also wanted to try his luck too. He brought quiver and arrows, went to the jungle to find the deer. Unexpectedly, after a day of searching, Ryan found the deer who was seeking for food in the jungle. The deer was already familiar with humans, showed no fear when it saw Ryan, and even played with him. Full of joy, he secretly brought it home without anyone's acknowledgement.
You can't believe it, Claire. I found the king's golden deer. What a lucky day. Help me prepare a feast. I'll invite my two best friends, Jax and Lucas, to celebrate.
Hearing her husband said that, Claire quickly got a plan to help her husband. Why don't you take this opportunity to test your two best friends? If they are really good people, I won't advise you anything from now on.
Test them? How to test them?
You just need to do what I told you, like this. Listening to his wife's advice, Ryan turned into a poor, filthy man. he came to his two best friends' places.
Absolutely. Jax and Lucas will help me enthusiastically, like when we're having parties together. Jax, Lucas, help me! I accidentally killed the king's golden deer today. You guys are my best friends. Please help me hide the truth and don't let anyone know.
At first, Jax and Lucas didn't believe at all, but when seeing golden hairs on Ryan's body, they completely believed his made-up story. Worrying that they might be implicated, the two friends immediately rejected.
Unfortunately, Ryan, there's an urgent problem at my house. I'm afraid that I can't help you, sorry.
My best friend, I can't help you either.
Then they quickly disappeared, leaving Ryan startled. He returned home sadly, recalled his story to his wife. See, I was right. They all leave you now. Now you can turn to your younger brother, Mateo. Ryan came to Mateo's house. He welcomed him with joy.
Mateo, help me, please. I accidentally killed the king's deer today. Do you have any ways to help me hide the truth? Don't let anyone know about this, please.
Don't worry, brother. We'll have to bury the deer quickly, and then we'll go far away before the king knows about it.
Mateo was very worried. He hurriedly came to help Ryan run away. But Claire was already waiting with a table full of delicious food, and the king's golden deer was staying there. Realizing it was Claire's plan, Mateo let out a sigh of relief.
Oh, that's it. Now I don't need to be worried anymore.
Can you see it now? Do you want to hang out with those two best friends anymore? While your brother would come to help you immediately? Where are they?
What if they were really busy?
Then there is another way to test them. Ryan and Mateo did exactly what Claire told. They both carried a heavy stone and put it inside a big trunk. After that, they deliberately carried the trunk over a tavern. Seeing that, the two bad guys followed them secretly. Upon arriving at an empty land in the jungle, Ryan and Mateo stopped, carefully looked around. Ensuring that no one was there, they started digging a big hole, then buried the trunk. At that time, Jax and Lucas were hiding behind a tree. They witnessed everything and discussed excitedly.
So it is true that Ryan killed the king's deer. What should we do now?
We're so lucky to see where they buried the trunk. I will use this to force them to give us a big amount of money.
Then Jax and Lucas immediately came to Ryan's house to threaten and blackmail.
Ryan, we knew everything. You killed the golden deer of the king. You had better give us a bag full of gold, and we will think about keeping it secret.
Yes, just a gold bag. If not, I'm afraid that we have to report this to the king, and you will have to stay in jail for the rest of your life.
Just as Claire predicted, the two friends showed their true nature, and Ryan was very angry.
Jax, Lucas, I was so wrong. I thought that you two were my best friends. I won't give you any money. You can do whatever you want.
If it is your choice, Ryan, then get ready to see the king.
Next day, they came to see the king to report Ryan.
Your Majesty, we saw Ryan brothers killed your deer.
They even hid its body in a trunk and buried it in the jungle, Your Majesty.
Guards, bring the Ryan brothers here for me.
A moment later, Ryan and Mateo were brought in front of the king.
Is it true that you guys killed my golden deer and buried it in the jungle?
Your Majesty, we didn't do anything. They accused us without any evidence.
Yes, Your Majesty. If you just listen from one side of the story and then punish us, then we could not find your actions convincing.
Your Majesty, we witnessed everything. We have evidence.
We will take you to that place so they can't deny it anymore.
Lucas and Jax immediately took the king to the empty land. Ryan and Mateo were brought after. The trunk was quickly dug up by guards following the two bad guys' instructions. But when it was opened, everyone only saw nothing but a giant rock.
Jax, Lucas, this is your golden deer, huh? Please forgive me, Your Majesty.
Unbelievable! We saw them bury the trunk here with our own eyes!
At that moment, Claire appeared with the golden deer. The king was overjoyed because his deer was still alive, while Jax and Lucas were startled.
This is really my precious deer. Thank God. So you two have found and taken care of it, right?
Yes, Your Majesty. Please forgive us for not telling you sooner.
No problem. You guys are innocent.
Then he immediately ordered guards to put Jax and Lucas into jail for slandering and deceiving the king. He also thanked and rewarded Ryan Brothers and Claire for finding and looking after the deer.
You are indeed the one who cares about me most. Sorry, Mateo, for I have treated you so bad. It's really unfair for you.
Thanks to the smart plan of Claire, Ryan could finally stay away from his bad friends. The two brothers united again. They always loved and helped each other. Together, they built a big house and lived happily together forever after.
Hello, little friends. In the previous episode, we got to know about the Sleeping Beauty. After being cursed by the fairy godmother, she sank into a deep sleep which lasted for 100 years. Then the brave prince appeared, overcame many dangerous challenges to wake her up. However, have you ever wondered why the fairy godmother, who was supposed to be a good person, could even do that to the beautiful princess? Let's figure it out on today's story with Woa Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village far, far away, there was a kind and hard-working couple. Their efforts in life really touched the heart of an old fairy. A miracle happened with this little family. After more than 9 months of expecting, the wife finally gave birth to a twin sisters.
Hello, little angels. I, the fairy godmother of this land, will bless you all. I wish you all become drop-dead gorgeous, and you will be loved by everyone.
However, their characters developed in different ways. Bella became beautiful, astute, and gentle, making everyone love her. Meanwhile, although Stella was beautiful, she was bad-tempered also. She would never care about the others.
What a hypocrite. Why does she have to be friend with those people? I just need to be friend with some guys in the village and wait for them to bring gifts here.
One day, there was a handsome man riding a white horse on the street. Both Stella and Bella became infatuated with him, but he only had feelings for Bella, the kind sister.
I'm so much better than Bella, but why did he choose her?
The jealousy inside Stella became more and more strong when the man revealed his status. I don't know what to say, but actually I'm the prince of this kingdom.
He is the prince. He will be the king in the future.
After a long time being together, the prince and Bella became closer and closer. They gradually fell in love with each other. He decided to go back to the palace, asking for his father's permission to marry Bella. Right after being back and finishing all the things, he used a pigeon to send his letter to Bella and to make an appointment to return and bring her back to the palace. Unfortunately, Stella was the one who could catch the pigeon first. She read all the things that the prince had written on that letter. She planned to harm Bella. After getting everything done, she didn't hesitate to replace the letter and give it back to the pigeon. Actually, apart from Bella and Stella, no one could be able to distinguish them. So the prince decided to give Bella a special thing to recognize her when they met. This is the necklace that my mother left when she passed away. She wanted to give it to my true love. Always bring it along with you so I can know that's you. The most important thing was Bella had to wear this necklace when she arrived at the palace. The prince mentioned it clearly in the letter, but only Stella knew this important information. Stella witnessed all the happiest moments of Bella, but deep down inside, she never wanted to give up. She even dreamed of being the wife of the prince, then becoming the queen. And to achieve that goal, she had to make Bella disappear from this beautiful life forever. During the time waiting for the day to see the prince again, Bella was usually nervous.
Instead of waiting, why don't we go to the mountain to relax? The dandelions are in bloom. It must be really beautiful there. Just for a while, then we will come back soon. Okay, but remember, just for a while.
The two sisters kept going, and finally they stopped by the top of a mountain, with a deep abyss below. When Bella was picking the flowers and playing with the birds, Stella suddenly appeared right beside her, tugging the necklace.
Stella, what are you doing?
Right at that night, the prince excitedly went to pick up Bella. Some villagers followed him and couldn't stop showing their curiosity. After Stella went home, she wore the necklace to look like Bella. Then she heard the crowd outside. Stella thought for a while, then she decided to hide the truth and deceive the villagers by her fake tears.
Oh my God! Stella slipped and fell. The rock was soaked with dew, so she fell off the cliff.
What? Stella fell off the cliff? My God, it's dark now. How can we find her?
Bella, how about you? Are you okay? And you, why don't you care for Bella? Stella is missing, and we cannot do anything now. Tomorrow, you and the other guys will have to go to the mountain and find her. Oh, Stella, she's so careless. How could she?
How about Bella's wedding?
I don't know. Why do you ask me?
Bella, this is so sudden. Shall we delay our wedding?
But we arranged everything. This will affect many people. I really don't want to make them worried.
Are you sure?
It should be like that. Stella will bless us.
Speaking of Bella, after being pushed into the deep abyss, she quickly reached a bunch of roots on the cliff, and her life was luckily saved. However, the direct collision with the cliff disfigured her face, making her uglier than before. And after reaching the top of the mountain, she was really exhausted and then fainted. At that time, a light flashed. Then the fairy godmother appeared. She looked really disappointed. She cast a spell and brought Bella back to her house.
Bella, I know that you want to ask me what happened. Stella wanted to replace you to be the wife of the prince. If you want to take your position back, I will support you. No, my fairy, I know what I should do. Please, let me go to the palace.
In the palace, the prince wanted to celebrate a monumental wedding, so he agreed everyone to join the ceremony. Thanks for that, Bella took the chance to join the crowd and got to the first line.
Please, stop it. My prince, she's not the one you loved. I'm Bella, and the one standing next to you is Stella. No way! It's totally nonsense! I'm Bella, don't trust her. She must be Stella. She wanted to impersonate me. She always wanted to be your wife.
The prince then ordered his soldiers to punish and chase the impostor away. When the soldiers got the miserable girl out of the palace, a scar near her right elbow was revealed. The prince was really startled. He immediately recognized that scar because Bella had told him about that scar once before. This is the scar Bella had had when she was a kid by trying to save Stella. She had covered her sister and got wounded. Then the scar was on her body until then, and she didn't want anyone to know that, so she always wore a long-sleeve dress. Stella would never care about anyone, so she hadn't known about that. But when Stella and the prince were together, Stella always wore short-sleeve dress.
Stop there! Release her!
Stella could see that everything was getting worse. She was afraid that her conspiracy would be discovered. Immediately, she took the sword from the soldier and swung it at Bella to kill her. Things happened so quickly that the prince couldn't react timely, but the fairy godmother suddenly appeared.
Stop it right now, Stella. Don't plunge yourself deeper into the course of sins. Don't you feel anything after harming your own sister? I was the fairy godmother for both of you. I always followed you to see how you grew up. And don't tell me that you still want to hide your evil things.
Until then, Stella had nothing to deny. The fairy godmother was really disappointed with the younger sister. She swung her hand to cast a spell. Bella became beautiful as she had been before, and Stella was punished. She had to experience all the pains and the fear which had come to Bella when she was falling down from the mountain.
This punishment is enough for you, but I still want to give you a chance to start it all over again. From now on, you will be a fairy godmother who will take the responsibilities to bless the babies, to correct your mistakes.
From that moment, Bella lived a happy and peaceful life beside the prince, and Stella had to live alone to pay for her mistakes. Things kept going like that until one day, after many years of waiting, Bella finally gave birth to a lovely princess. The king happily invited two of the most famous fairy godmothers in the kingdom to join the party, but he forgot to tell the sister of the queen, who was also a fairy godmother. This thing made Stella so angry, it really fueled the flame of hatred inside her. And if you haven't known about the things that happened to the little princess, let's figure it out on the previous episode of The Sleeping Beauty on WOA Fairy Tales. Now goodbye, and see you again.
Once upon a time, there was a prince who overcame the king's challenge by climbing up a high tower and successfully saved the princess trapped at the top of the tower. She is called the Doomed Princess. But why did she get this name? Please join us to discover the whole story.
Princess, what made you lock yourself up at the top of this tower?
Prince, thank you for saving me. First, let me tell you about the reason why I am locked up in this place. My father is the king of this kingdom, but
they tried to find the reason, but the old king and queen did not know why they couldn't have any children. This misfortune always made the king and queen have feelings of self-pity. They pray every day, longing to have a baby to fulfill their desire to be parents. After a long time witnessing the sincerity in each prayer, one day the goddess of fate appeared in the king's dream to announce,
"Knowing your heart and what you two have contributed, I will break the rules and give you two a gift."
Not long later, the queen suddenly got pregnant, but from that day, the king gradually neglected to pray, and this really disappointed the goddess of fate. Just a few months later, the queen went into labor earlier than expected. The royal physicians could only save the life of the little princess. About the queen, she no longer had the strength to hold on to life on earth. And the king, once again, dreamed of the goddess of fate.
You got a gift, then you dared lose your faith and neglected my image? Is that your gratitude to your goddess? Even though the queen had to pay with her life, it was still not enough. Remember this, one day not too far away, a dog, a snake, and a crocodile will take the princess's life.
After the dream, the king rushed to build a tall tower for his newborn daughter in the middle of a forest which was completely separated from society. "18 years have passed. The lovely princess became a beautiful young lady. She became more and more beautiful, but always carried a lonely, melancholy image on her face.
She feels more and more lonely in this place. Maybe I should find someone reliable and strong enough to protect her in the future. As long as a brave man who is able to overcome difficulties to climb this tower and ensure her safety in the future, he will be eligible to be a consort. It must be like that."
Many nobles came here to propose. but none of them were able to reach and free the princess. One day, a handsome prince arrived in this country.
So this is the tower where the princess is kept. As a prince, how can I ignore this terrible thing? Let's go, boy.
However, the prince, after learning that this place strictly forbids the existence of dogs, had to hide his close friend. The prince then surpassed other opponents with his ability, quickly overcoming the challenge of facing a handsome, talented person who is not afraid of difficulties. The princess was quickly attracted. That's how the princess met the destiny man of her life. Witnessing the prince's ability and strength, the king felt very satisfied. He decided to hold a solemn wedding ceremony right at the palace. Right on the wedding night, when our princess returned to her room as she was too tired, a strange snake suddenly appeared at her window with bloodlust eyes.
I am your destiny. We finally meet.
Right at that moment, when the princess's life was hanging by 1,000 pounds, a black shadow swiftly passed. It was the companion of the prince. The hunting dog promptly saved the life of our princess just in time. At that moment, the king and prince together stepped in the room due to the princess's screams.
Stand still!
Huh?
Are you okay? Did he hurt you? Honestly, this dog is my best friend. He has been with me, surpassing many difficulties. I intentionally left him outside the castle, but perhaps he smelled the danger and rushed here. I'm sorry.
Huh? No, a sorry is not enough. Its appearance threatens my daughter's life. Soldiers, bring these two creatures out and give them instant kill.
The prince was unable to let his close friend be killed. He frantically begged.
Your Majesty, please spare him a life.
The princess now regained her composure. She looked at the prince and turned to the king.
Father, this dog saved my life anyway. You have also seen it. Can't you spare his life? Instead of taking him to execution, we can let my husband take him home. We won't have to worry anymore.
All right, consider it as atonement. Just do as you say, the sooner the better.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I will never forget this. We will prepare to depart early tomorrow morning.
Early the next morning, on the way back to their hometown with the prince, the hunting dog suddenly turned weirdly. It seemed that we can see the evil snake image reappear on the dog somehow.
Huh? Hey boy, what's happening?
But then the dog suddenly spoke in a human language.
I am the fate of the princess. Huh? There is a certain power from the snake that wants to possess my body. It wants me to become more bloodthirsty than ever.
The dog's eyes turned bloodlust, just like the snake's eyes the night before.
My prince, you need to return to save the princess immediately, before it's too late. A monster has arrived.
The young man heard that. He trusted his friend, then immediately turned away and rushed back to the castle. The prince returned to the castle and found the princess sitting next to a large lake playing with the fishes. This lake has always been used for ornamental fish only. No other animals were allowed to live here. However, a huge alligator emerged from the water in front of the princess with bloodlust eyes. Before the appearance of the monster, the prince still bravely led his soldiers and rushed to fight to protect his wife. However, the strength of the alligator was too far exceeding that of humans. One by one, each soldier was blown away. When the monster approached our princess with a fierce look, it made her too scared to even think about running away.
I am your destiny. Let's finish everything.
Thinking nothing of it, she decided to give up everything, accepting her fate. Everyone unconsciously closed their eyes. They didn't want to see the bloodshed that was about to happen.
No! No!
Suddenly, a black shadow swiftly led to the sound of the crocodile struggling with the dog's growl, which made everyone curious to open their eyes. As it turned out, the dog that the king ordered to be expelled had returned to save the princess again. After the battle ended, the dog heroically defeated the fierce crocodile to save the princess's life, but then he can no longer move anymore. The princess could only watch her man screaming in pain. Suddenly, a woman appeared in mid-air. She was the goddess of fate.
Princess, her doomed fate has incredibly disappeared. Miraculously, the one who changed your fate was you. This hunting dog, as well as the other two beasts, were given power and ordered to destroy your life. However, because the dog was moved as you've begged to save his life, he tried to resist the order of the god and sacrificed his own life to save you one more time. This has absolutely never happened in history, but nothing is impossible. I will give you a small gift as a reward.
The reward of the goddess was to bring the brave dog back to life. Of course, no more red eyes or fate came to disturb our princess ever again.
This is a snake tied to a tree. Oh wait, what's going on? The snake has turned into a beautiful princess. That's weird. What happened? Let's find out the story of Woa Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there was a very brave knight named Justin. He often went to new lands to eliminate evil and save people. Although his life was hard and unstable, he was still very happy because he could help many people. One day, Justin went to a strange, desolate kingdom where the people were miserable and hungry. Seeing the strange thing, he stayed in an inn to find out what was happening.
If you can't save this kingdom, you can stay here forever. I won't take you any money. Actually, this place used to be very peaceful, but in just one night the royal palace suddenly disappeared. Without the king, we were extremely panicked, and robbers arose everywhere. As you see, everything got worse, so people were miserable and hungry.
Curious about the mysterious story in this kingdom, Justin began to search everywhere while wandering in the forest. Help me! Is there anyone? Help me! Running towards the cry, Justin saw a snake tied to a tree in front of a dark castle. Help me! All of them were in flame. Hero, save me!
A snake can speak like a human? Unbelievable!
Because of his kindness and curiosity, he ran into the flame to escape the snake. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm not a snake, but Princess Avery of this kingdom. Please, save our royal family.
What? You say you're a princess? And this is the palace of the king of this kingdom? What happened to you?
It's all about the witch Bruno, who is the prime minister of the kingdom. He used witchcraft to bring the castle to this forest. He even forced me to marry him. My father was enchanted, so he obeyed Bruno and didn't care about me. When I refused to marry him, Bruno turned me into a snake for fun and tortured me in fire every day until I agreed. Lucky to meet you, so I can be free.
I got it. I am Justin. Since we have a chance to meet each other, I will help you. What should I do to save the king and this kingdom?
You have to defeat the powerful wizard Bruno, who controls the whole castle. I will give you a hand. Under the tree in the palace garden is buried a miraculous sword of my family. It can help you open the castle door.
Oh, what a sharp sword!
Justin brought the sword to the front door of the castle. He looked around and saw a gap, which was the lock of the castle door. As what the snake said, he took the sword as a key and inserted it into the lock. Then, the castle door opened right away. As soon as he entered, Justin found the king and a strange army, including skeleton soldiers who had been already waiting.
Who are you? How dare you break into my castle?
Justin noticed that behind the king was a cunning man who was manipulating him.
Surely that person is Bruno, who the princess has mentioned. I'm Knight Justin. Your Majesty, I have come to awaken you. You are being controlled by that Prime Minister Bruno.
Your Majesty, this guy dares to break into the palace and talk nonsense. Please punish him.
Guards, put him in jail right now.
Not wanting to make trouble for the king, Justin let the soldiers take him away. He was imprisoned and strictly guarded. Suddenly, the snake secretly crawled in from the window. "Are you okay? Don't worry. I'll find a way to get you out of here." When the guards didn't notice, the snake princess gently crawled over and stole the key for Justin. He quickly opened the door to escape and took back the precious sword. "My precious sword will be useful to you. Take it with you." After that, Justin followed the snake princess's instruction to enter the castle. Ahead is Bruno's private secret room, which is guarded very carefully. Justin went to the secret room and saw Bruno's skeleton soldiers who looked very cruel. The commander is a skeleton soldier wearing a strange shield.
Who are you? How dare you to invade the domain of our master, Sir Bruno? You will have to pay the price for it.
Justin was not afraid of a large army of skeleton soldiers. He attacked the commander by slashing at his shield, but the shield was unharmed, only letting out a defeating sound. The strange thing was, the skeleton soldiers were all affected by that sound, even if only for a moment. Justin was very delicate to realize that.
They seem to be affected by the sound of this sword attacking that shield. These two are precious treasures.
Justin, the sword I gave you has a magical ability. Let's do it like this. He faced the army, raised his sword, and chanted the spell.
Magical sword, help me defeat them.
Immediately, all the skeleton soldiers turned to dust, leaving only the commander wearing the shield.
You will have to pay the cost.
The skeleton commander rushed and attacked brutally, but Justin calmly fought back. Knowing that he could not fight directly because of the shield, he dodged the commander's sword, then sneaked behind him and slashed him to dust. Only the shield was undamaged. Justin picked it up and happily took it along with him. After defeating the skeleton soldiers, he opened the door of the secret room and stepped inside. Right after that, the cruel witch Bruno appeared in front of him. He got extremely angry.
You cursed snake! It was you who led this knight inside to destroy everything. You all have to die to pay for it.
Justin attacked Bruno with his sword. However, the witch could quickly dodge, so Justin was unable to reach him.
It's not good. I have to change my strategy in order to defeat this witch.
Justin cleverly changed his strategy. He no longer attacked, but paid more attention to defense. It was not easy for the wizard Bruno to defeat him, because he had just won the precious shield.
But if I just defend, I can't defeat him. What should I do now?
While thinking, Justin suddenly remembered the strange sound when his sword and shield collided, which caused the skeleton army to be momentarily disabled.
Right! It works against the skeletons. It should work against that witch also. I need to try.
Then, he smashed his sword and shield together, creating a loud sound that annoyed the witch.
Too noisy! Stop it now! Don't smash them together!
Seeing that worked on him, Justin felt excited and kept smashing the sword against the shield to make loud noises. As Bruno was distracted by the sound, he couldn't attack him like before. That sound also had other effective use. It spread very quickly throughout the castle, which made the king and soldiers gradually awaken. They all regained all their memories.
I remember everything. It's Bruno who has controlled this whole castle all this time. This sound is coming from his private room. I have to get there now.
Meanwhile, Justin was still smashing his sword from his shield to annoy Bruno. He patiently waited for his opportunity to come. At that time, Bruno's magical staff suddenly shone. It formed a cage around Bruno to prevent him against the sound that was echoing. I get it! Justin, destroy Bruno's staff now! All his power stems from that staff! Justin rushed forward to slash Bruno's staff with his sword. the ruby on the staff slammed into the ground and shattered. Losing the ruby, Bruno's magic all disappeared.
Ah, my power! No, why could they know this? It can't be like that.
As Bruno's magic was gone, the snake princess returned to the beautiful Princess Avery. At that moment, the king led his troops in. Seeing that Avery was back as before, they both felt really happy. Bruno was completely defeated, so he was quickly put into jail. The palace was also returned to its original position. Everyone in the kingdom was so happy. The king then helped the people overcome the difficult situation. His decision was warmly welcomed by all. That kingdom was finally free again. Justin and Avery fell in love with each other. The king was also delighted and agreed with their marriage. Their wedding ceremony took place throughout the kingdom with the congratulations of everyone.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a beautiful princess named Rosa. She was very arrogant and lazy. She did nothing except for making up. The rumor about her beauty spread throughout the kingdom. A lot of young men from aristocratic families wanted to marry her. However, with her uneven temper, Rosa always came up with a strange condition. Want to marry me? Father, I would only marry someone who is willing to be buried alive with me if I died first.
Huh? My daughter, how could you say such an ill omen like that?
Are you kidding, princess? Why did you want it?
If someone loves me, his heart will belong to me. Then, when I pass away, what is the meaning of his life? On the contrary, if my husband died first, I am willing to go with him to heaven. All the men were afraid of the princess's condition. They all gave up.
With her unlike anyone's traits, my daughter would have to pay the price later.
At that time, there was a young doctor named Leon. He lived in a small village far from the kingdom. Every day, he treated poor people without charging them any money. One day, Leon suddenly heard that the princess was looking for a husband, but she had a very strange condition. Having feelings for Rosa for a long time, Leon was so happy to hear this.
To be buried alive with her? I'm not afraid. This will happen only once in a lifetime. Were it not for the strange condition, I would never have the chance to meet her.
Because he was too into Rosa, Leon seemed not to be scared of anything. He decided to go to the palace to marry her. Along the road, Leon had to face a dangerous river, but his determination helped him to overcome it. After a long road, he finally reached the palace to meet the king and the princess. There's still someone who wants to marry me? I'm sure that you heard about my condition, right? You would have to be buried alive with me if I died first.
I agree. Rosa, I love you, and I accept everything to become your husband, even when I have to be buried alive.
Witnessing Leon's sincerity, Rosa had to accept him. The king was very glad. He immediately held a lavish wedding. After the marriage, Leon decided to return to his village with his wife. What? This decrepit house belongs to you?
From now on, it will be yours too.
No, I cannot live in poverty like this. You don't even have one servant? You could ask my father to build us a beautiful house.
No, Rosa. We will together make our lives better on our own.
Time passed by. Rosa didn't change her attitudes at all. She was very lazy, arrogant, and never did anything. All the housework was done by Leon, but because of laziness, her health was getting worse. And then one day, Rosa was very sick. Leon tried all the ways to cure her, but they didn't work. The king immediately brought her back to the palace to cure, but no one could cure Rosa's strange disease. The day Rosa passed away, Leon was very sorrowful. He mourned all day next to his wife's coffin. But the king still remembered his son-in-law's promise.
The day that Rosa is buried, Leon will have to be buried with her. This is what I have to do to bring peace to my daughter's soul.
As the king ordered, Leon and the princess's coffin were brought down the tomb together. He sat miserably next to the coffin and didn't drink or eat anything. A few days later, when Leon was about to exhaust, the death suddenly appeared in front of him.
Are you Death? I beg you, please take me away instead of Rosa. I'm willing to die for her.
Yes, I'm Death. I was moved by your love for Rosa. I decided to spare her life this time. Drop 3 drops of your blood on her body and she will live again.
Leon was really happy. He immediately dropped 3 of his bloods on the princess. Miraculously, when the final blood fell on her body, Rosa opened her eyes. Where am I? Leon, I am not dead. Is he Death?
You should thank your husband. Leon was not hesitant to give you 3 drops of blood to bring you back to this world. He truly loves you. Do you love him?
I swear to all the gods, including you, I truly love him.
No problem. If you don't love him, you could return his 3 drops of blood.
Guards heard the voice inside. They opened the tomb and saw the princess still alive. The couple was brought to the palace. They told the story. The king was happy at the miracle.
Leon tried everything to help you. You have to bear that in mind.
Yes, father. A few days later, they said goodbye to the king and returned to their small house. They crossed the river with a small boat. Since when she came back to life, Rosa began to change. Her love for Leon decreased day by day. She forgot how much he loved her. I have to live in poverty with Leon again. Oh dear, I cannot bear it upon thinking about that. Along the road, the couple decided to rest and find an inn near there. They saw a luxurious boat near the bank. Look, that boat over there is so luxurious. It must belong to a noblesse.
You are right. Hey, there's an inn there. Let's go there and have something to eat first.
When they entered the inn, the handsome Prince Bruno immediately caught their sight. He fell in love with Rosa instantly.
Why is there such a beautiful girl like that? She must belong to me. How can I approach her now?
Is there a doctor here? Help me! There is a person in a dangerous situation. Please help me! I'm here. I'm a doctor. Take me to that place.
Huh?
You wait here for me, please.
Awesome. That guy left. This is my chance now. Hello, beauty. I'm Prince Bruno of the neighboring country. You are the most beautiful girl I have ever met. Could I ask you for a glass of wine?
All right, Prince Bruno. I'm Princess Rosa of this kingdom. Please have a seat.
So you are the beautiful Princess Rosa that everyone talked about. It is such a pleasure to meet you here.
With his good-looking appearance and knack for talking, Bruno soon became intimate with Rosa. She talked to him about her dissatisfaction. My husband is very poor, and I have to follow him to a remote place again.
Why do you have to suffer that? If you agree to go with me, you'll live in wealth for the rest of your life. Only me, Bruno, deserves you.
Hearing those words from Bruno, Rosa was fluctuating. She agreed to go with him. The boat weighed anchor and left. When Leon returned, he didn't see his wife anywhere. On knowing that she left with Bruno, Leon immediately went after. When he reached near Bruno's boat, Leon shouted,
Rosa, please come back to me.
Leon, come back and live in that poor house alone. I cannot be happy if I live together with you. Here is a bundle of gold to redeem. Please act as if I have passed away.
Rosa, you disappointed me. I don't need your gold. If you don't love me anymore, give me back my 3 bloods.
I thought it would be something more difficult. Here are your 3 bloods. Rosa cut her finger and dropped 3 bloods to pay back Leon. Strangely, when the third blood fell down, she fell to the ground and died.
Rosa, what happened?
But Rosa disappeared in Bruno's hands, and a bizarre animal appeared before him. That was a mosquito. Rosa became it because she betrayed and ruined Leon's love.
You freak insect! Get away! Somebody help me!
Prince Bruno was too scared, so he ordered the servant to drive the boat back to his kingdom. Due to lack of blood, the mosquito always had to suck humans' blood stealthily in order to live. About Leon, he came back to his hometown, continued treating people. He was respected by everyone and found his true happiness.
In a town, there was a wealthy merchant family living happily with 2 daughters. The older sister was named after the sun, Leona. In spite of being beautiful, she was really impulsive and greedy. The younger sister was named after the moon, Diana. Although she was not as beautiful as her older sister, she was very calm, hardworking, honest, and filial. Unfortunately, the mother passed away so early, so the father had to take care of the whole family. One day, because of frequent overworking, the father came down with a strange disease. Diana had to do everything, from the household chores to taking care of the father. The younger sister invited a doctor for him.
I'm sorry, but this is incurable. With my current capacity, I couldn't do anything more. However, people say that there is only one cure for this disease. But you have to get the Golden Lotus on the high mountain. The road to get there was extremely difficult and bumpy. You need to cross a bridge, go through a forest full of wild animals, and there is a temple located on the top of a cliff. There is a golden lotus which is said to be able to cure all diseases. My girls, whoever can cure my illness will inherit all my property.
Father, let me. I'll go get it.
After half of a day on the road, Leona saw the bridge. Because of being so hasty, she hurriedly stepped on the bridge, causing it to shake violently. Then she quickly stepped back.
I just need to wait for Diana and see if there is another way.
She had to sit on a rock and waited. Next to her was an old man begging for food.
Hey girl, I'm so hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Hey, old man, I only have some food for my journey. If I share it with you, I will starve to death.
Girl, I can help you cross the bridge safely. I just...
Need food? I do not have food for you. You want to lie to me? I saw it's difficult to cross the bridge. Then how an old and weak man like you can help me? I will never believe it.
Hey, the new girl. I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Yes, sir. I have some bread. Please, take it.
Oh, thank you, girl. I haven't eaten anything for days.
After eating and drinking, the old man came to Diana.
Thank you for giving me something to eat. Please hold my hand. I'll help you cross the bridge.
That old suspension bridge may not bear the weight of 2 people, but he can't cross the bridge alone, though. You fool! How can you trust that man?
When she held the old man's hand and put the first step on the suspension bridge, it suddenly turned into a sturdy golden one. Diana led the old man to the other side quickly and safely at her sister's surprise.
What? What's happened? Where did this bridge come from?
Stunned for a moment, Leona was about to cross the bridge, but the golden bridge gradually returned to its original form, following the footsteps of Diana and the old man. Leona couldn't follow her sister anymore, so she had to give up. After stepping down from the golden bridge, the old man asked Diana,
Hey, little girl, where are you going? Maybe I can help you.
At this moment, Diana knew that the old man was no ordinary person.
Sir, I'm looking for a golden lotus to cure my father. Please, help me.
You are such a good daughter, unlike someone else. If she doesn't want to share the difficulty with others, how can she help people? I am the mountain god who rules this land. I will help you. Take this tiger skin bag, fill it with the water from this river, and bring it along. It will help you. After leaving this forest, keep heading to the steep cliff. You will see a bowl at the foot of the mountain. You will know what to do then.
Diana listened obediently. After saying that, the old man disappeared. Diana then had more confidence with the 2 gifts from the mountain god. The girl took water from the river, poured it into the tiger skin bag, and went into the forest. Although the bag contained a lot of water, it was not heavy at all, thanks to the magical tiger skin bag of the mountain god. No wild animal in the forest dared to approach her. Diana safely left the forest and reached a cliff. At the foot of the cliff, she saw a very large stone bowl. After thinking for a while, she tried pouring the river water into the bowl. The stone bowl was full, incidentally, right after the girl emptying the water bag. Unexpectedly, a giant Kong stepped out from the mountain. He looked ferocious, but had no intent to harm Diana. The Kong only grabbed the bowl to drink water. He put the girl on his shoulder, then brought her to the top of the mountain just in the blink of an eye. Reaching the top of the mountain, she saw an ancient temple with intricately carved stone blocks. She entered the yard and saw a beautiful and fragrant lotus pond. In the middle of the pond was a golden, sparkling lotus. Suddenly, the mountain god appeared behind her.
Hey girl, this golden lotus has its own mind. If you want to get it, you must have its permission. As long as you can touch the lotus, it will recognize your dignity.
Let me try.
Diana took off her shoes and tried dipping her feet in the muddy water. However, it was so cold that she had to pull her feet back.
It is much colder than I expected. Come on, for Dad, I have to get that lotus.
Diana decided to jump into the lake. Despite being frozen because of submerging in the water, she still didn't give up. The golden lotus seemed to be persuaded by the determination of the little girl. It became glowier and more radiant as Diana approached. Expectedly, she was able to touch the magical golden lotus. Her hand became burned, but that didn't stop her will to save her father. When she stepped ashore, Diana felt completely healthy and strong. Moreover, she became even much more beautiful than ever. As the mountain god was so pleased, he filled a tiger skin bag with muddy water and gave it to the girl.
This golden lotus must be decocted with the muddy water of this lake. Otherwise, not only the disease will not be cured, but worse the situation will become.
I will bear it in mind. Thank you.
When she raised her head, the old man had already disappeared. Surprisingly, as soon as she turned her head, the scene changed. She was standing in front of the suspension bridge.
How magical it is!
By this time, it was dark. Diana met her sister waiting for her on the suspension bridge.
Hey, sister, are you still sitting here waiting for me? Diana, is that you? Yes, it's me. Wait a minute. How did you become so beautiful? It was because I soaked in the cold mud while taking this golden lotus. Mud? Ew. And hot and cold things? Forget about it. I'm already pretty enough. Where is the lotus?
Diana opened her bag and showed the lotus, which made Leona couldn't take her eyes off of it.
It's late now. You must be tired. We should take a rest and leave there early tomorrow to bring it back to Dad.
Diana woke up in the middle of the night, and she didn't see her sister anywhere. Diana looked for her bag. The lotus was nowhere to be seen.
Oh no, the golden lotus is not here. Leona must have brought it home first. Without this magical water, how could she make the medicine?
When it was bright, and the older sister had brought the golden lotus home,
Probably just one petal is fine, I think. Then I will sell the rest for money.
so she tore a yellow lotus petal and decocted it with rainwater. While decocting, the yellow light of the lotus petal gradually disappeared. After finishing, Leona gave the medicine to her father.
Father, I have brought back the golden lotus and qualified in medicine for you.
The father took the bowl from his daughter and drank, but just a moment later, his hair was no longer gray. He felt as if everything was coming to an end.
It can't be like that. No!
At that moment, the younger sister arrived, looking at her father in panic. Diana immediately decocted the remaining flour in the magical water from the bag. The medicine this time had such a good smell, and we could see a rainbow. Diana helped her father up and drank all the medicine. In the blink of an eye, the father looked years younger. The hair on his head grew as his youth came back.
Leona, have you realized your mistakes? Greedy, deceitful, you are not qualified to be my successor. Diana, thank you for saving me from death. As you are honest, brave, and kind, from now on you will be the one to take over the family business.
Father, I do everything for you, not for money.
I know. That's why you deserve it. With your personality, you won't let your sister live in a difficult situation. I believe in my decision.
Since then, Leona had tried to change herself. Then she knew that what her sister got came from her good qualities. Once upon a time, in a kingdom, there was a wise king and a warm-hearted queen who together ruled the kingdom in peace and prosperity. Unfortunately, they didn't have a child for a long time, which made both of them really eager to have one. After years of expectation, the queen finally gave birth to a beautiful princess. The king was really happy, and he decided to throw a big party, to which he invited the whole family and friends, and even the godmother fairies, to give his daughter the best moments of caring and love. In the party, everyone gave their best wishes to our pretty princess.
Our princess will be the most beautiful lady in our kingdom. Furthermore, she will be a talented, gentle, and well-behaved princess.
In this kingdom, there were 3 powerful fairies. However, the king hadn't invited all of them due to his busy duties. The 3rd fairy wasn't invited. Accidentally, she appeared in the middle of things, along with an angry face.
How could you all look down on me? Am I dead in your eyes? Curse you all! Curse your daughter! Under the 15 of fire, in the beauty and youth, the curse once arise with a shuttle in mood, and this castle will serve her death as its true duty.
A shock ran over everyone's mind. The 2 fairies tried their best to lift this curse. However, the curse was too powerful. The best they could do was decrease its power.
Your Majesty, we have tried our best, but the curse is too powerful. However, our little princess will not take the worst term. The beauty will fall asleep, along with her servants. Braver, uncover the deep, bring her the love of silence. When the man come and give her his true love, then the princess will once again bring lives back to the world.
Our king and queen were anxious. They tried everything to lift the curse from their daughter. To keep her safe, they gave an order to permanently ban weaving in the lovely kingdom. All the best wishes to our little princess came true. She grew up to become a talented lady and the definition of gorgeous. But life is not that simple. The 3rd fairy planned her vengeance. She put a loom in a secret corner in the castle, just waiting for the day to take revenge. When our princess reached the age of 15, the evil curse finally came true. That day, our king and queen had to attend a party in the neighboring kingdom. The king said to his beloved queen,
"The neighbor king invited us to his party. We need to attend tomorrow."
What about our daughter? I'm afraid the curse still works. It might be something.
This party is quite important. We also gave an order to have weaving banned for more than 10 years. It should be fine. We will be back by tomorrow night.
The queen seemed okay with it. However, she's still worried about the princess. They said farewell to their daughter and left. Since her fate was pronounced, our little princess was trapped in her bedroom, dining room, and the hall. Meanwhile, all other places were forbidden to her. Since her parents were gone for the party, the lady could finally feel her freedom for the first time. She followed her curiosity to every corner of the palace her little feet had never touched. She got to a spiral staircase, gently took her first step on it, and finally stopped by a little door. There was a rusty key in the keyhole. The princess curiously opened it. The door slowly opened. She saw an old woman attentively weaving in the room.
Hi there. What are you doing? Oh, my dear. I'm weaving.
The young princess was surprised and impressed to see a loom that was weaving. Then she quickly allowed her eyes to stop on the moving spindle.
Oh, wow. Please allow me to know, what is this quick thing?
Then she tried to touch it. When the curse arose, the spindle suddenly pricked her finger and gave the princess her destiny of an eternal sleep. At the same time, the whole palace also fell asleep. The king and queen, after setting their first steps into their bedroom, fell down and started snoring.
Now you see what happened, you traitors.
She then summoned a fire dragon to guard at the gate. Years and years passed. The castle was covered by thick-set trees. Then this area turned into a forest. One day, a brave traveler who was a prince came to this place. He felt surprised by the appearance of an old castle.
Mister, please allow me to know who is the owner of that castle.
Oh, that thing belongs to the previous kingdom. Our little princess got a curse to fall asleep for 100 years, along with their servants.
Sleep? Why 100 years? No one woke her up?
I don't know for sure. Just heard that they got into a powerful curse. There was a big dragon guarding that place. They said there were so many princes who came, but no one could bring a miracle.
The young man felt curious about the folk story. He decided to discover the secret of this castle.
Interesting. I'm not afraid of those things. I have to wake the beautiful princess.
Then he started planning. He hid far away in a bush out of the dragon's sight. He used much of his time to observe. Finally, he knew that every midnight the dragon would fall asleep for about 1 hour.
This is my chance. That dragon also needs to rest. How could he be awake for the whole time?
That night, our prince waited for the dragon to fall asleep. Then he successfully stabbed the dragon to his final resting place. Not just that, when he reached the hall, he didn't feel any hospitality there. That's weird. With the first step he put on the floor, hundreds of arrows flew toward the brave prince. He dodged all of them. Then suddenly a cage dropped, right at the spot where he had been standing. Thanks to his sense and agility, the cage couldn't capture our prince.
Well, what a dangerous place. I can't believe that these things could happen in a wonderful palace like this.
He continued his journey into deeper places with caution. He then reached a room full of vines. The thorns showed their spirit against the prince by blocking his way. Although the vines were cut down by his sharp sword, they grew back, stronger than before. He stopped cutting the vines in anger, feeling that he needed to calm down. He watched the room and the vines carefully. He found that all of them came from a specific spot.
Here you are, the main stem. I have to destroy you and save this place.
Then he tried to reach the main stem, ignoring the cuts of the bloody thorns. After many challenges, he finally got out of the thorns, then grabbed a torch and turned the vines into ashes. As a result, it couldn't grow again. Finally, he stepped into the main room where our little princess was sleeping. He opened the door and was shocked by the beauty of the lady. He couldn't take his eyes off her. Then suddenly, he put a kiss on her lips. Right at the moment their lips touched, her eyes opened. She looked warmly at the prince and asked,
Who are you? How could you get into my room?
A bright smile appeared on his face. Then he started to talk about the whole story, which surprised our little princess and touched her heart. They kept talking for a while, then together they walked out of the door. Everyone in the castle had also woken up. Everyone was really grateful to the prince. The king and queen found that this man had a brave heart with incredible kindness. They would never regret having this man as their son-in-law. After a long time dating, they gradually fell in love with each other. The wedding was held and was as beautiful and wonderful as they could make it. They both lived happily forever after.
After successfully driving the greedy rat out of this territory, Jacob and his master entered the treasure vault that Rhett has accumulated from the sweat and tears of other people.
I want to share all these golden treasures here to the poor and needy out there.
Looking around, the King of Thieves suddenly stopped his eyes at an elaborately carved box with a gold flower attached. As if prompted by something from his past, he immediately went forward and tried to discover the mystery inside. The man worriedly opened the box and was surprised to see a very familiar golden necklace with a flower pendant, a Cecilia. Jacob was startled when seeing his master showed such intense emotion for the first time.
Master, what's wrong with this necklace? This is my daughter's memento. You have a daughter? I never heard you mention her before. That's right. I never mentioned this painful past. Master, keep sharing. Maybe I can help. Okay, I don't want to hide from you anymore. I was once married and had a daughter. She's been born with a special ability. Once, after we had been bathing her, the bathwater condensed into gold dust. Thought our family would become happy with this miracle, but no. I had the desire to share the miracle with those in need, but my wife just wanted to monopolize the gold. Disagreement broke out. After a day of getting drunk, I came home and found out that she had gone missing with our baby. This golden necklace is what I molded and personally put on the baby's neck. This is also the reason pushed my hope to find clues from the rich.
Understanding the story, Jacob tried to dig through the papers and discovered some information related to the necklace.
Found it! This necklace is what the king gave to Earl Rhett. So we know where to go.
After distributing the wealth to the poor, the King of Thieves and Jacob quickly set off to the imperial city as planned. Arriving at the palace, the two men began to find ways to get into the king's ranks, even temporarily disguised as patrollers. Research, the two finally found the place where the king kept the thief's daughter. After carefully planning, Jacob and the King of Thieves decided to break into the gilded room. They tried to disguise as food delivery men.
Cecilia!
Realizing that the girl was about to alert the guards, Jacob quickly snuck behind her, covered her mouth, and asked her to calm down.
Cecilia, do you remember this necklace? It is a Cecilia, pure and beautiful, which I took to name you after. It only grows where harsh winds blow, and is just as intangible as the true heart of an unbound soul.
Realizing the long-lost necklace and its meaning, these words, only my parents know. Maybe... The girl immediately realized that the opposite man was her father. Dad! Father and daughter happily hugged each other. Jacob was also moved when he saw this emotional scene.
Daughter, I want to bring you home. This place is not...
No, I don't want to go home. Here, they treat me very well. I can eat comfortably, bath every day, and do everything I like, as long as I don't leave this room. Look, this is my room. It's all gold around. So beautiful.
But...
No is no. Is that place luxury like this room, or dirty, ugly? No way. Feeling offended and unable to convince his daughter to leave this lavish place, the King of Thieves lurchly left the room.
What is the point of beautiful and luxury when there is no freedom?
But Jacob didn't give up. He thought of a way.
Let me take you out to see the world. Just for a moment. Then it's up to you to decide.
Going outside? I've never been out there. They won't let me out. Is that okay?
No problem. I can handle it. You just need to follow exactly what I say.
As soon as Jacob finished speaking, he took out another soldier mask from his pocket. Cecilia became excited, as since the day she was brought here, she had never seen the sun. Jacob used his ability to disguise Cecilia and brought her out of the golden cage. After being exposed to the outside world for the first time in more than 10 years, Cecilia felt that everything was not like she was told. She then stripped off her soldier disguise and got out of Jacob's observation. She passed a poultry shop, curiously looking at a bird locked in a cage. Why does he live in a house like mine?
Are you kidding me? This cage for livestock and poultry is to prevent them from escaping. We human never ever lived in a cage like this. You understand?
Cecilia blushed shyly and angrily opened the cage door and made the bird fly away.
What are you doing? Guards, this girl is causing trouble here.
What did you say to me? That happened for scolding me for being a poultry. Immediately, two soldiers quickly appeared and roughly took her out of this place. But weirdly, the soldiers led Cecilia towards the palace, no matter how much she struggled and screamed.
This is not good. How can this girl be so childish? I have to go back and take risk one more time.
Being brought back to the palace, Cecilia was surprised to find the king himself appearing at her side.
Wow, good. Dare to escape? What a waste when I gave you the treatment to live in a golden cage. Fortunately, I discovered that early and looked for you. You think that when you can create gold, we don't dare to do anything to you? This is your punishment for sneaking out. Guards, throw her into the jail.
After being thrown into the jail, Cecilia began to feel that her freedom has long been absent. This jail is just like my gilded room, and there is no difference from the thing that kept that bird. I am tied up, locked up, just like the birds. He is right. Even cattle and poultry never want to live in a cage like this. But I did want to live in it, didn't I?
We human never ever lived in a cage like this. You understand?
Let me out! I am not your pet. I'm a human. I made no mistake. Let me out!
Quiet! What did you just say?
I am not your pet. Let me go. I want my freedom.
Very good. Release her. But... You gonna disobey my order?
Of course, no one dared to disobey the king's orders. Hence, Cecilia was released to the strange surprise of the jailer.
Follow me.
Cecilia was completely surprised by the king's actions. After getting outside to the palace gate, the king suddenly gave strange orders to the guards.
From now on, this girl will follow me. You don't need to follow. Hurry up and prepare me a horse.
Immediately, a strong horse was prepared for the king. Then the king and the girl quickly got on their horse and sped away. After they stopped in front of a house, Cecilia suddenly felt a familiar warmth, a strangely familiar scene. This is... She couldn't believe that the one who brought her here was Jacob.
Ta-da! Surprise!
You! Since when?
From the moment you were led into the jail, I chose to dress up as the most powerful man. I have to choose the right time to save you, you know.
Things were even more unexpected for the man behind the door.
This is Cecilia. How? You're back.
Dad, I'm sorry. I don't want to be their pet anymore. I want to go home. Cecilia understood the lesson Jacob had offered. She really admired this adopted brother's talent. It seemed that Cecilia had almost lost her freedom forever, along with her ability of creating gold. But then, she had a chance to return and live a happy life with her father and adopted brother, who did not value money more than morality.
Once upon a time, in that village, there were two close-knit neighbors named Vincent and Kunka. They often supported each other with work and their daily life. Vincent was a single man. As he lived alone, he could save an amount of money. On the contrary, Kunka had to raise 3 kids. That's why no matter how hard he worked, he still lived in poverty. Feeling sorry for his friend, Vincent usually gave a help so that Kunka could live a better life. Therefore, Kunka's 3 children, Albert, Becky, and Chella, cherished him so much. One day, Vincent had to go far away for some days.
I have put a lot of effort over time to save this money. If no one kept an eye on it, I'm afraid that thieves could sneak in and take it away. Oh right, I can ask my friend Kunka for help.
Huh?
I'm going to be away for a few days. I've saved some money after a long time. Could you keep the money jar for me while I'm not here? It's my pleasure to help you, my dear friend. It's good to have such a good friend like you. Don't worry, I promise you to take good care of it.
Then, Vincent said goodbye to his friend and left. At home, because of curiosity, Kunka opened the jar and saw that there were full of sparkling gold coins inside.
Oh my god, a jar full of gold! Since I have to raise 3 children, I can't save any money at all.
The glittering gold coins with the pleasing sounds woke Kunka's greed up. He admired and caressed the gold coins for so long without getting bored.
With this amount of money, our life will be much better. Vincent lived alone, so what's the point of keeping this money? I need it much more than him.
The greed made him so dishonest that he decided to steal all money from his friend. Then he refilled the jar with coal. A few days later, right after Vincent came back, he came to see Kunka.
I'm back. Let me bring my jar back, please. My dear friend, something terrible happened while you were away. The very next day, all of your gold coins turned into coal. You can check it, then you will see.
Vincent was profoundly shocked when he saw only coal inside his jar.
How can it be like that? Gold turned into coal? Never have I heard of such nonsense before. Huh?
I'm so sorry, but that's all the truth, my dear friend.
Intellectual as Vincent was, he would never believe in those words. He understood everything and felt so upset.
How disappointed. I'm sure that Kunka exchanged my gold for coal. But what can I do when I don't have any proof? Also, I don't want to argue fiercely with him and then lose a friend.
Therefore, Vincent had no choice but came back home with the jar of coal. Seeing that, Kunka was very delighted.
I don't think Vincent was so easily fooled. He believed all my words.
The next days, Vincent was still kind with Kunka and his children as if nothing had happened. He didn't mention a single thing about the jar of gold coins. He still had the meals, chatted joyfully with them, and helped them in daily life. As time went by, Kunka assured that Vincent had forgotten about what happened.
He's forgotten, so I made a great deal.
But a few days later, Kunka had to go far away for some days.
My 3 children can't stay at home without someone to look after. Where to send them now? Oh, right. I could ask Vincent to look after the kids. They're very close to him.
Then he took his children, Albert, Becky, and Chella, to ask for Vincent's help.
I have to go away for a few days, but I can't let my children at home alone. Couldn't you take care of them for me?
Of course. You can let them stay at my house. I will take good care of them.
Great, thank you very much. Albert, Becky, Sella, remember to listen to Uncle Vincent.
Yes, Father.
Having finished arranging everything, Kunka set off relievedly. Vincent joyfully welcomed the 3 children into his house.
Wait a minute. I have to close the door carefully first, and then prepare something to eat.
Uncle, let me close the door for you. At home, my father wants me to do so every day.
Oh, thank you.
About me, I sweep the house every day, Uncle. Let me do it for you. Me too, me too. I often help Father make tea every day. I will make a delicious cup of tea for you.
Then Becky took the broom to sweep the house carefully. Besides, Chella joyfully made hot cups of tea and put them on the table. Seeing them obedient like that, Vincent suddenly came up with an idea to teach Kunka a lesson.
I'll take you to the town and buy you your most favorite food.
Vincent took the 3 kids for a walk in town and then to a relative's house.
I have some work to deal with these days. Could you stay here for a few days and listen to her? I promise to come visit and bring food for you every day.
On the way to come home, Vincent bought 3 clever monkeys.
I'll call you Albert, Becky, and Sella.
He taught 3 monkeys to do the same things as 3 children do. The big monkey named Albert learned how to close the door skillfully. The second monkey named Becky learned how to clean the house, and the one named Chella knew how to make hot, delicious teacups. The little monkeys were so smart that they quickly imitate those things correctly. Every day, Vincent gave the 3 children delicious food and drinks, talked with them, and took good care of them. Albert, Becky, and Chella were all healthy and cheerful all day. A few days later, when Kunka was back, he came to Vincent's house to bring his children back home.
Kunka, I have to inform you a tragic news happening while you were away. The very next day, all your children turned into monkeys.
No, impossible! It is so ridiculous. How can my kids turn into monkeys?
It's the truth. You can check it out clearly right now.
Albert, you... Where are you? Close the door for me.
Huh?
Oh my god, it closes the door just as professionally as the real Albert does. What about Becky? Go sweep the house for me.
Huh?
It can't be like that. It sweeps the house even more skillfully than my Becky does. And where's Sella? Be quick, make a cup of tea for me.
Huh?
Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. All of my children have turned into monkeys. Is that the way God punishes me because of the bad things I did to Vincent? What a tragedy! Up to now, I have never thought that children could turn into monkeys, but it turns out to be the truth.
It can happen just like the way gold coins can turn into coal.
It's all about the gods who are punishing me. Vincent, actually your gold coins didn't turn into coal. I greedily hid and swapped them, which made me feel so regretful now.
Because of me, my 3 children have become monkeys.
Oh, really? It's great to hear you say that. If so, I want to tell you that your children didn't turn into monkeys. I've sent them to my relative's house. They are all very healthy, so you can rest assured.
Huh? Really? Oh, my dear Vincent, please forgive me for my greed. I promise to return all the gold coins to you immediately. Could you let my kids come back to me?
Father, you're back!
We miss you so much. Do you buy a gift for us?
Here I am. You all have grown up so much when I wasn't here.
That's all because of Uncle Vincent. He's very caring.
He sent us to a very nice house with a gentle lady. She gave us so much delicious food.
Kunka was so content. He thanked Vincent and took the 3 children back home. After that, Kunka came back with a jar of gold coins.
This is the amount of gold I took from you, but I haven't spent even a penny. Thank you for teaching me a valuable lesson. I hope that you can forgive my faults.
Okay, I will forgive you. We're still good friends, okay?
Of course!
So Kunka had a valuable lesson about friendship. Those who were selfish and greedy would never have a true friend. Since then, Kunka and Vincent were still good friends. They continued to help each other with their daily work so that they could live a happier life. Kunka was back to a hard-working person, so their life was getting better and better. Vincent then also got married. Their lives were always full of happiness with good neighbors.
Once upon a time in a kingdom, there was a princess famous for her beauty. She was the sole daughter of the king and about to enter her most beautiful time of life. So the king wanted to find a really worthy husband for her.
Lily, you are 20 years old now. It's time to find a husband for you.
Father, I don't want to get married now. I want to be with you to take care of you.
Haha, I'm not old yet. Besides, I have a lot of servants, so you don't have to worry about me.
The king ordered the messenger to announce that he was looking for a husband for Princess Lily. Hearing that the king wanted to find a husband for the princess, there were a lot of princes and noblemen from everywhere who came to apply. They brought many offerings to please the king and the princess. Right on that day, the king held a meeting to invite all the applicants so that the princess could choose the most suitable husband. At the party, Lily paid attention to a handsome, well-mannered prince, and he was the only one to invite the princess to dance.
Hello, my name is Edward, the Prince of Edinburgh. Can I offer you a dance?
Later that night, those two had really happy moments together. They danced and talked until the party ended. Since then, they found the same rhythm in the souls of 2 young people.
The party ends here. You guys can return and come back here tomorrow. Me and Lily will announce the winner. That person will become my daughter's future husband.
However, the next day, one strange thing happened. There was only one prince in the palace, which startled Lily.
Why doesn't Edward appear? And why do all the other people disappear?
Here is the list of things that you need to prepare for your marriage with my daughter. You have a week to complete, and after that, come back here to marry Lily.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Even though the prince seemed to be a nice and perfect person, Lily still found something wrong here.
Unbelievable! Why could Edward and other people give up so easily?
I wonder where you came from, and is 7 days too short to prepare those things?
My kingdom lies deep inside the forest, and absolutely stands aloof from the outside world. However, I can do well with the offerings. They don't bother me at all.
The prince's answer even makes the princess more curious about his whereabouts. Although the result of the contest was clear, Lily still remembered about Edward, the prince that she danced with that night.
Where are you, Edward? Why did you disappear so mysteriously?
While Lily was sad, a bird appeared. It flew around Lily as if it wanted to say something to console her. The bird's appearance somehow cheered her up.
The next day, the prince came to say goodbye to the king and the princess to return to his kingdom. Already curious, the princess decided to follow him to find out his origin. The princess went secretly after the prince. She tried not to let him know that there was someone following him. The bird still went with her during the trip. However, in case that the prince might find out, Lily had to remind the bird.
Shh! You will ruin my plan. Come here. When I finish my work, I will play with you, all right?
The bird seemed to understand her words. It flew into her pocket and lied there. Lily breathed a sigh of relief and continued following the mysterious prince. Finally, she made it to the prince's kingdom. It was a beautiful palace, settled in the middle of the forest. But the princess was surprised to see that there were no guards nor servants here. It seemed that there was only the prince.
How strange! Does he live here alone?
Then, she followed him until he went inside his room. The princess tried to peep through the door's hole. To her surprise, the princess saw the prince turned into a witch.
Haha, very good. Just only a few days to go, then the princess will be mine, and her pure soul will help me create the immortal medicine.
What? My soul?
The princess was startled and quickly left the palace and ran fast. But she remembered, before entering here, she had to pass by a labyrinth.
What should I do now? How can I pass this labyrinth?
In the most dangerous moment, the bird flew out of the princess's pocket. It kept singing as if it wanted to help the princess.
Do you want to help me escape?
The princess followed the bird's guidance and eventually she managed to escape the labyrinth. But things didn't stop there. When the princess stepped out of the garden, an arrow flew right in front of her.
At that moment, the bird appeared to warn the princess. Then it flew to her. The princess suddenly stepped back.
So she avoided the critical arrow, but it slipped through the bird's wing and hurted it badly. Fortunately, the bird's life wasn't threatened. The princess immediately covered its wound.
Don't worry, little bird. You will be fine.
Lily gently put the bird in her pocket, then she quickly returned. Upon arriving at the palace, she ordered the doctor to cure her bird.
Please cure the bird carefully. It was the only one that saved my life.
I will try my best, Your Highness.
After that, she came back to tell the story to the king.
Father, I was already suspicious of him, so I followed that prince. It turns out that he's a witch, and he is trying to grab my soul to create the immortal medicine.
What? How can that happen? You tell me again.
The princess told all what she saw to the king, which really surprised him.
Unbelievable. He is a dangerous man. We have to do something in advance. I will order the ultimate sorcerer here. Only he could solve this problem.
Yes, Father.
1 week later, the witch returned to the kingdom under the disguise of a handsome prince to marry the princess and bring her back to his palace. Everything was happening according to the plan. The next day, when the two people were standing to start the wedding, suddenly, a seal under the witch's leg appeared, and the sorcerer showed up.
What are you doing, Your Majesty? Why are you trying to lock me here?
Do not pretend, you evil witch. You are trying to steal my daughter's soul, aren't you? Today will mark the end of your life.
The witch saw that he was trapped and tried to escape the seal. Eventually, he managed to do that. However, his power was reduced a great deal.
How dare you! Today, all of you will go to hell.
The sorcerer and the witch kept fighting. He tried all ways to defeat the sorcerer. However, due to his decreased power, the witch cannot win at all. Nevertheless, the sorcerer's power was also weakened since he had to protect the king and the princess. Taking advantage, when the sorcerer wasn't paying attention, the witch casted a spell towards the king and the princess. And once again, in the midst of danger, the bird flew from nowhere to protect the princess. It froze immediately and fell down.
No, no, no!
While the witch was out of focus, the sorcerer cast a spell to create a seal under his legs, which prevented him from moving. The fire inside the seal started burning, and in a short period of time, the witch turned into dust. The princess sat there and cried for the bird. She blamed herself for forcing the bird to be in danger.
Why? Why did you do everything to save me? It was all my fault. My fault. I was the only one who made you die.
However, miracles happened, and everyone couldn't believe their eyes. A light shone, and the bird turned into a prince. That was Edward, who danced with Lily the previous day.
Edward? Is that you? Why did you become the bird? It was you who saved me?
Yes, Lily, it was me. I am the prince of the neighboring kingdom. After the dance with you, I returned home with other princes. Then suddenly the witch turned all of us into birds. He even wanted to kill us, but it was lucky that I got a small wound and managed to escape. You are the one who I'm willing to do everything to protect, my true love. And I think that even if I have to sacrifice, I should do it so that you won't have to suffer like me.
Edward, thank you. Thank you a lot.
Things became normal as they were used to be. Edward and Lily, after overcoming the difficulties together, started dating. Then they gradually fell in love with each other. A sumptuous wedding was held, with the appearance and blessings from everyone. Eventually, they lived happily forever after.
Once upon a time, this story happened when colors had just appeared all over the world. On a beautiful sunny day, the 7 colors named red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple gathered together in the sky. Wherever they came, they made the clouds shine brightly with beautiful colors. How shimmering you are! Look, because of you all, we are shining so beautifully. However, those colors were often jealous of each other.
It's all because of me. Look at those red clouds, how strong they are. No way, those yellow clouds over there are much prettier. Your argument makes literally no sense. The clouds would be even more beautiful if they were stained by me.
You are all wrong. It's because of me.
It's because of me. No, it's because of me. Why don't we hold a competition to figure out which color is the best?
The 7 colors found the suggestions very reasonable, so a heated debate began. Green spoke first.
Of course it's me. I am the symbol of life. Look at those luxuriant plants. They are all reflecting my color. Because of me, when spring comes, everything becomes verdant. Without me, everything would become perished and scary. Also, as I am the symbol of hope, people always choose me to illustrate that implication. Then, I'm undoubtedly the best color. Don't talk nonsense words. Your green color is nothing compared to my color. Take a look at this vast sky and the vast sea below, and think you are as big as me? I am the color of water. If there was no water, your plants and flowers would never be alive. Water is indispensable. Without my color, all human and plants will wither. I am even the symbol of peace. Who on earth wants the war to happen, right? So I am the best. No way. Is there any greater color than me? Here I am, the color of the sun, the moon, and all the stars. Only my light can bring joy and warmth to our life. Without me, everything will stay in sorrow forever. My color also represents for power and prosperity. Have you ever seen any place without my golden color? You all should look at the dancing gold bars, how beautiful they are. They're all in my colors. Well, is that enough to prove that I'm the coolest yet? How stupid you are. I am the most powerful color. Because I'm the representative of knowledge and ultimate wisdom. Everyone is willing to comply with my orders simply because who has knowledge will be the best. Without my color, everyone would become an idiot. I am also the embodiment of enduring love and sincerity. Therefore, I appear everywhere in this world. Everyone loves purple stuff than anything else because I'm mysterious, sparkling, and I'm also the most charming color. Wait a minute. Let's think about me. I am the color of both stillness and subtlety. I'm an essential color because it represents soul, thought, and maturity. Without me, everything would be nothing special. Indigo represents belief, moments of reflection, gentle relaxation. Life needs my deep colors to be balanced. I'm different from you all. I'm unique. I am the color of health, of endless energy. Look at those delicious and nutritious fruits. Oranges, tangerines, pumpkin, carrot, papaya. You will see orange appear the most. Everyone needs me to maintain their energy and boost their health. I am also the symbol of youth, confidence, and innovation. Those are the essential things in this wonderful world. Your beauty can never compare to mine, so I'm definitely the best color. That's enough. I am the color of blood, the color of vitality, and of courage. I'm vital for any living creature. Look at those flames. It's the most important thing in this world. It has my color. I am also the symbol of love and great passion. How could this world even exist without me? If so, everything would lose its vitality and everywhere would become bleak and gray. Then I'm the winner.
The argument seemed to be endless. Everyone had their own reasons. The 7 colors became irritable, and their debate became more and more intense. They separated apart. Each kept a cloud for themselves, and then glared balefully at each other. The sun above had witnessed everything. He was shining brightly, then glanced downward.
Oh, my stupid colors. How can I make them understand and change their mindset now?
The sun quickly came up with a plan. He then asked the large gray cloud for help. He happily agreed, slowly soared and obscured the sky.
What? What's wrong with the sky? Sun, where are you? I don't want to play hide and seek like this.
Suddenly, a lightning flashed, followed by a loud thunderclap. The wind blew, and water from the gray cloud began to fall. What a heavy rain! As it was raining cats and dogs into these colors, they were all panicked and confused.
My goodness, it shouldn't have rained now. Please help me. The dripping water hurts me. Oh, these winds will blow me away quickly. All the plants and flowers will be dead quickly for flooding. How rude these raindrops are. They attack me even when I'm their color. I can't stand it. I can't be calm or think of anything in this weather. Hurry up. Let's quickly assemble and protect each other. That's the only way to overcome this fierce storm.
Following Purple's advice, the 7 fairies stood side by side and held each other's hands to fight against the storm. Since then, the strong winds could no longer blow all 7 friends away. The 7 fairies covered each other from the pouring rain until it stopped. And then, so miraculously that a beautiful rainbow appeared in the sky. From that rainbow strip, a sun gradually emerged and shone brightly all over the world. The 7 colors were so amazed because it was the very first time they saw themselves that gorgeous.
Hey, please tell me what happened. Is this our appearance when we are together? Oh my God, so beautiful. We are shining as brightly as the sun. Yet we've never known this.
That is the beauty and your power. What a pity when you all kept being jealous of each other and didn't realize that. Each color was created with its own mission and meaning. As all of you will make this life much more beautiful, stop being selfish. Instead, try to live harmoniously and make this world better together.
The 7 fairies found it reasonable, and they happily agreed with the sun's suggestion.
From now on, whenever it rains, why don't you create a rainbow together to symbolize your harmony? The rainbow is also the symbol of hope and reconciliation.
That's how the sun used the rain as a mediator whenever 7 colors were in a conflict. Since then, after the rain, the rainbow with 7 beautiful shining colors will appear in the sky. That's when the 7 fairies of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple reconciled and together created the colors for life.